Well, hello.
Good afternoon and welcome to this alarmingly sober edition of Let's Talk Trek.
I've got gin and tonic.
And so let's sort that out. Right. Yes, because it's early in the afternoon now. This is a very special edition of Let's Talk Trek because we're going to be talking Trek on the coast of Blackpool with those of you lucky enough to be in attendance at the unofficial Star Trek convention there. And I've been keeping up a little bit via social media, although I don't go on social media very often these days, but I've been trying to keep up with everything's going. Everyone looks like they're having such a good time. I'm so jealous. Chris is there. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris. How you doing? You got your badge yet?
He's definitely there. We're here. So I'm live from Margate. James is live from Ramsgate. And the destination crew will shortly be with us live from Blackpool. So we're all along the coast. This is rather exciting. I honestly just can't wait to hear. If you're watching, please in the comments just ping. If you're there, ping, say hi. I'm here. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. We'd love to hear from you.
Look, there's Carl.
There's Carl. Can Carl hear us?
Carl can hear you.
Oh, we can hear Carl too. Fantastic. So now, rounding it to the nearest 1,000, how many people have you got watching the stage at the moment?
About 35,000, I reckon.
About 35,000. Oh, marvellous. I'm
That's what they were expecting.
So, guys.
Hello. Turn up. There we go. All those 35,000 people can hear us now, gents.
Okay, so we can't make out what you're saying, Dan. Sorry.
It's like Inception. I can see that, and I can see the screen, and I can see me on the screen.
Can you hear what Dan's saying?
Even I'm what Dan's saying. You're a host. Speak clearly.
Yeah, I can understand Carl.
Perhaps we should use the international language of gesture.
Perhaps it's that harsh northern dialect again. So, chat.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello, we got that. Hello, Dan.
I wouldn't say it now.
Okay, that's enough for the universal translator now to determine. So, we'll start with you, Carl, because we can understand you.
Hang on, I'll just see if I can fix it at this end. Sound any better?
What's your highlight so far, Carl?
The highlight so far? Oh, crikey. I've got to admit, I did enjoy the surprise guest announcement yesterday of Christina appearing. And I went to the talk hosted by yourself, Dan, with Christina today, and it was absolutely fabulous. She was very, very careful not to let slip any information about next season's Strange New Worlds, though, which was a little disappointing. However, apparently tomorrow she can let us know an awful lot more. So,
I'm guessing that the highlight for you, Dan, must have been interviewing Christina Chong.
Absolutely. And one of the things was she can't talk about some things until it's been discussed at San Diego later today. She'll go embargo to land. So we'll get more information tomorrow once the San Diego embargo has been lifted. So.
Are they going to kill off that annoying engineer? That's what we want to know.
Oh, gosh, yes, please.
what's the engineer's name? Pellier? Is that it, Pellier?
They're not killing off Pellier.
Okay. You have the inside line on this, do you?
I do.
Okay.
Bugger.
Sorry, Richard.
That's okay. I mean, it's really nice to see both of you, and it's nice to have a full enterprise of us all together. James and I are very sad that we can't be there with you guys, but we really hope you're having a good time, and everyone else who's made the long trip there having a good time too. Are there any familiar faces in the audience there I can wave to? Is there anyone?
Yes, we've got Nadim. Nadim is with us live in person.
Hey, Nadim.
You can't see it, but Nadim just wave back. Nadim also says, can you start talking about Star Trek, please?
We've been talking about Star Trek for like a whole 5 minutes.
Andy's on the window there. I've got something to show him.
No.
Oh, he's going to really miss out on this special edition Riker's Beard John Barrowman CD.
So for those that haven't seen what this is a weekly webcast?
video podcast. It's something like that, yeah.
It's 4 grown men wasting an hour of their time every week.
And yours.
And yours.
It's a topical show where we discuss the important things in the world of track. And this week, the most important thing is the convention that you guys are currently at. I know there were some reservations about the hotel, but I've heard that really good reports back that the hotel's been quite lovely. Everything's been organised perfectly. The rooms are all nice. Literally, I've heard no negative feedback at all. So all the naysayers.
Honestly, nothing at all to grumble at. I think it's absolutely fantastic so far.
I'm really pleased.
And you know, the fact that it's cheaper than the Hilton gives you more money to spend on other stuff. So you sort of balance out that, you know what, it's £100 a night cheaper than the Hilton. So you don't
We've got agains, you can have a whole pint more than you could last year.
Yes.
So how much of your spare cash have you spent on blackjack and hookers?
You can't quite hear it, but yeah, that's always got that.
Look, James, coins, they still have them in the north.
I thought he was doing like coffee out in the 80s.
Gentlemen, in the tradition of our live streams that we do, we've done them for quite a few things, a couple of times for Virtual TrekCon, etc. And we've always had a very good history of mystery guests on our shows. In the past, we've had Odo, I believe we've had in the past.
Yes.
We've had Armus, Skin of Evil, has joined us in the past. We do have a good reputation of being able to get serious Monster of the Week special guest stars on our show. So definitely worth checking out our back catalogue. But I'd just like to give a clue as to who this stream's mystery guest may be.
That floating head thing from Loxana Troy's chest. The one that was...
No. Gentlemen, any ideas?
Flight of the Navigator.
No, afraid not. Well, there's 35,000 people in the audience. Don't shout at once, it'll be too much. Any ideas from anybody? Our mystery guest hasn't quite arrived yet. They are en route.
Odo, shape-shifting is a balloon.
No, unfortunately not.
Sir.
Sorry? Oh, good guess, good guess. We shall find out in approximately, I reckon, what, about 5 minutes or so?
500 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. Excellent.
Should we play some sort of sting for this to choose one to be appropriate, would it?
Why not? Yeah, go for a choose.
No, choose.
I've actually got.
I'm going to ask you a question, and there is a right and wrong answer. It's quite a simple question, really. Star Trek or Star Wars? So I said it again. So that wasn't the choose intro. That was but it was a good one, so I thought I'd leave it going.
Yeah, why not? So if anyone does spot our mystery guest on the way in, please do let us know about that. Now we've got other features that we do week in.
Hello.
Hello, James. Yes.
I've got a mystery guest right here.
Oh, we have a mystery guest. Oh, one minute. Go on, what James?
It's the giant green space hand from Who Mourns for Adonis. Hello, giant space hand. How are you?
Special guest.
Not had a lot of work since the 60s.
Do you remember that time Armus wished Carl a happy birthday?
So, Carl, I didn't wish you happy birthday on your 40th birthday. Well, I don't wish you happy birthday because I am honest and I am evil.
I just didn't realise that Armus sounded so much like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
This panel needs alcohol.
Do we have a cocktail sting? Oh yeah, I'm all right, Jack. Yeah, you two are good, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're actually perfect then.
Who knows that there's a free cocktail making masterclass in about
Perhaps an Aperol?
an hour? Who wants a free cocktail?
Who wants a free cocktail?
Right.
4 hands this time.
I was in the activity room. 5 o'clock.
Activity room just out of there to the left. You go down there.
So
There'll be free cocktail.
find the activity room currently occupied by Mr. Gray. Put on James's green gloves and go in there, and Carl will sort you out.
No, that's there's none of the show management in the room, is there? We haven't got any management in.
No, I don't think so.
That's fine. In that case, can I have a cocktail now? Because I've got to interview Carolyn Seymour in a bit, and that might be better after a cocktail.
Cool.
Yeah.
Not a problem, gentlemen. Should be disingenuous your view, but continuing to make a cocktail. Please bear with me.
We can sit there and make it anyway, can't we?
But then the 35,000 people won't see me.
Carolyn Seymour's terribly lovely. I don't know if you've done her before, but she's absolute star. She's wonderful. She's such a nice
What's Carl
person.
doing there? He's going skipping with his microphone cable. Oh, hi,
He's
Carl.
off. Hi, Carl.
Right. Okay, so this is one of the cocktails that we're going to be doing on the activity room later on, guys. It's one, just to be a little nostalgic, the one that we did this time last year on the show, which was the Romulan Ale. So, Dan, I may need you to hold the microphone here.
I'm going to guess he needs this.
Here I am, degree being used as a human microphone stand.
Yep. It's all good.
Well done, Dan.
Okay, so here we go, people. So, for your Romulan Ale, don't hit me in the head with it. For your Romulan Ale, you will.
You can just see our crotch.
You can see your crotch.
Here.
There you go. We are eminent professionals, people. So, for your Romulan Ale, you will need the finest white rum. 50 mils of your white rum. We shall pop this into our cocktail shaker.
Why are you taking rum out of my room?
Now,
This do, Carl?
that will do, James. Yes, 50 mil of this you need.
Okay, I haven't got a glass. Oh, hang on. I've got one.
That's fine. Swig it a bit at a time and then swill it around. That'll do you.
Okay. Right.
So,
Mystery guest seems to have stopped.
oh, the mystery guest is still forthcoming. Yes, that's fine. So next we need our colour added. Now, as we all know, Romulan Ale is very blue, so we have 25 ml of blue curacao going into our cocktail.
Add more if you want it to be stronger.
Yes. I would go personally.
Add more.
So,
You're not getting the hint, are you?
no, I'm not getting the hint. Right, next we need also to make the Romulan Ale sweet because...
What the boss is.
Okay. We need to make the Romulan Ale sweet because, let's face it, Romulans aren't very. So we will put 25 ml of simple syrup, which is, as it sounds, very simple. It's just 2 to 1 of syrup and water, boiled for about a minute, and then let it cool down.
The horse was chasing the dim off. Look.
I think the horter can smell the Romulan Ale.
Anything.
And then what you need to do is you get some freshly squeezed, and make sure it is freshly squeezed. It makes the world of difference. Freshly squeezed lime juice. And then
I've turned into a boom mic.
you have turned into a mic and you boomed me. Thank you. So now we go shaky, 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 where Dan gets really nervous because I do it over his laptop.
I'm watching YouTube.
And then, hopefully, if everything has gone to plan, we end up with a nice, beautiful, bright blue Romulan Ale. Like I say, the cocktail session pretty much straight after this, about half an hour after we finish down in the activity room, this and many other Trek-themed cocktails will be there for the sampling and your pleasure. So, do you want one of these as well? No, you're not allowed now, are you?
Scissors rocked up. Before I go on to do an interview,
I shall have it instead then.
Now, Carl's cocktails were one of the big.
Too late.
No, he's going. He's going.
Too late.
Everyone wait for the boss to do this.
Bye, boss.
Bye. Bye.
You should have played Booze Reviews to Use there, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, Carl's cocktails was probably the biggest draw of the last Destination Trek. It was remarkably popular amongst the crew. In fact, I believe that you had to do a second act for the crew, didn't you, Carl?
I did, yes. I had to do an after hours, you might want to call it.
And also, you then had to go to the off license and restock.
Yes, for further after hours.
Bullshit, however, the crew do not have a cocktail making session.
No, we do.
Cheers, chaps.
Yeah, they do.
We
But
do.
they just didn't invite you.
So apart from
Because you've got to get ready for the party.
Yes, you will be disc jockeying.
So, talking of the parties, would you like to know a funny story? Nobody told me the finishing time for the parties yesterday. So, I just finished at midnight because that sort of seems a sensible time. Turns out I was meant to finish at 11. So, yeah, whole extra hour for free.
They're on your side.
Just forget again today.
Yeah, the bar stuff will fine with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, our mystery guest appears to be very close to the stage, and as you are this year's host, I feel it only right that you interview our mystery guest. James and Richard, I'm sure, would love to see our mystery guest, so if you could also lead said mystery guest round and up onto the stage. So.
If I touch the mystery guest, though, do I die?
No,
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, let's do this then.
Special convention rules.
That's it, yes.
Hold this.
No, I am.
Come towards my voice, Mr. Guest.
Are you ready for this, boys? You've got no idea on this mystery guest, have you?
Forward, 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 forward.
Something who can't see which way it's going by the sounds of it.
Yeah, it's
It's
struggling.
expensive.
Look
Yes.
at Carl, two microphones prominently.
I'd like to turn the laptop around, but the HDMI is a bit iffy, so it's sensitive. That's the technical term. So I can't spin the camera around for you to see, hence why we're trying to guide the mystery guest to the stage.
Follow the sound of my stamping.
Oh, I wish you could see this.
Hang on, I'll give you a countdown.
Come, Mr. Guest.
Like, come on.
It's like to say this is far more than the mystery guest originally signed up for.
This one.
Almost in view for you, gents. Here comes the mystery guest. Here is our mystery guest. Come on, Liz. Put your microphone back, Mr. Wilson.
If people ever want to know, how did you get to host the Star Trek convention? This is how you get to host the Star Trek convention.
all right, I've got to ask. So we've got to try and figure out who's in there. So let's first of all, is it someone that we've met?
Yes.
Is it? Oh, sorry, your question, James.
Is it Mr. Joyner?
I can confirm it's not Jason, no.
Is it a chap or a chapette?
So it's just you nearly choked our offstage technician with that suggestion.
It's a big boss.
It's a chapess.
Are you trying to stop tapping the
The chapess. Does she have an unreasonable fear of postage stamps?
Not to my.
microphone? I think it's no quite big, and we'll see if you can answer yes.
Not very talkative, this mystery guest, unfortunately. Do we have any Vulcans? I believe they communicate quite well with Vulcans.
Is she a member of the crew?
No, she's been a guest on the show previously, just like a hello drop.
Is it
Does
a
she know a lot
doctor?
about dinosaurs?
No, I'm afraid not. No, it's not Dr. Emma. We have your eggs, Porter, so please don't melt us alive. You can have them all back. They're scattered around the stage. You can collect them afterwards. Big round of applause for our mystery. 25,000 people come.
Mystery broadcast, you want to reveal yourself?
They've come out from under the ridiculously hot and sweaty Porter costume. Thank you.
You know what we found this? It was a hot day.
Yes.
And we thought, let's just put a really insulated blanket over it.
I am really sorry, chaps, but your stream keeps freezing up. So if we're not responding to it, it's not because you're boring us. We can't hear.
Not entirely because you're boring us.
Just wanted to play a joke on. No, we're there. Can you hear us?
maybe it's not.
I'm coming.
Well, when you told me to set up the chairs, you didn't say how close.
Well, we didn't know what sort of angle Dan's camera
And you're
then.
that stage manager, they would have asked,
How rude. Should we move on and do the news then? The slides.
So I'll tell you something, Pete would have that.
There's a preloaded jobby here. Would you want me to play it?
Have you preloaded the slides? Excellent.
So is this what you want?
It is. Yay! Okay.
Now, really fun that when you put a picture into Microsoft PowerPoint, it gives suggested text as to what it sees. So, for instance, it might say, Starfleet to what have you. But this one, it said 3 characters and something hanging up, which is, yes. This is a little that for a lot of people who haven't had a Prodigy drop in one hit or getting it episodically, this is the episode before the 2-part finale.
Well, I've not seen this one yet then, because I'm only 2, maybe 3 episodes into Prodigy Season 2, but I am loving it.
Yeah, so this is what it is. It's Prodigy, bish bash bosh. If you've not seen it, we'll go, God, do your Van Tile impression.
I mean, who wouldn't be excited to see Chakotay back?
I wonder if he's brought his medicine ball.
It's a better likeness than the Doctor. It's a terrible random model they use for that one.
What are your thoughts on Prodigy, gents?
I
I've
like
seen
it. I thoroughly enjoy it. It does drag a little bit, but I watch it with my kids. My kids enjoy it. The whole family has agreed that the Doctor looks nothing like the Doctor. But then he's a hologram. He may have changed his parameters. But the voice is spot on. They've done that well. It's fantastic. I thoroughly enjoy Prodigy. It's a good show. There's not a lot to dislike about it. I'd rather it was a bit more Chakotay heavy.
Right then, in the Germany's from the old COVID briefings. Next slide, please. Yes, this is Will Wheaton, who is also now a character in Prodigy.
I've not got that far.
Spoilers.
So.
I thought he was working for the Watchers now.
Okay, spoilers for you as well, apparently.
Yeah, Will Wheaton,
Looks an awful lot like
the character of Will, the character Wesley Crusher, he's with the Watchers, isn't he?
Yes, although in that picture, it does look like he's going to host like a game show or a funeral.
Looks like a character from Underworld.
Not a game show funeral, that'd be rubbish.
No, that would be strange. But yeah, isn't he like bosom buddies with like Gary Seven and all that now?
Do you not think in that picture he looks like he looks like an Undertaker?
It's not far off.
Hello, we're waiting to crematorium. You kill him, we grow. Yeah. Okay, next slide, please. Oh, yes.
Starfleet's going to be in Section 31.
So these are 2 of the new characters for both of these.
They don't look particularly covert.
So he's going to be one of the Academy instructors whose name is completely...
I haven't seen this news article, I'm afraid.
And the Section 31 gentleman is in Section 31 and claims he was a lifelong Trekkie. So.
Isn't that the guy that was in Ted Lasso?
Yes.
He was the guy that was going to buy Richmond, wasn't he?
Yes.
Oh, him!
Yeah,
He lands the helicopter in the middle of the pitch.
that's the one. Yeah.
He's in Section 31.
Cool.
And this was the best
Tell me
photo
please,
of him you
it's
could
not
find,
Academy,
Dan.
please.
Sorry, gents, you were both going at once then.
So I was just wondering how you managed to find such a good picture of him, Dan.
I didn't. I borrowed it from the internet.
Well, it's exciting. I believe that Section 31 is landing in January. Just so happens my birthday's in January, so maybe we could arrange a get together and watch it.
Oh yes, that sounds like a great idea.
Right, next slide, please. Let's keep this moving. San Diego Comic Con. Now,
I know about this.
Go
If
on.
someone puts a pineapple outside their house, you don't go in.
No, so what this is a giant Paramount Trek banner has appeared on one of the hotels directly opposite where the Comic-Con is. And it is 36,000 square feet, the banner is. And in the middle is Michelle Yeoh's Section 31 character in costume, which I think should be on the next slide, if I'm correct.
Well, what about the giant pineapples?
No. Apparently they were just there by accident.
If someone puts one outside their camper van, they're not just inviting you in for a friendly drink.
Next slide. Next slide. Oh no,
No, that's definitely not Michelle Yeoh.
It could be. Michelle Yeoh is a very, very talented
I understand that
actress.
she is a versatile
Yes.
actress.
Yes.
But,
Is that Chris Pine coming back to disappoint us again?
Chris Pine has said that Star Trek 4, new Star Trek 4, not Star Trek The Whales, although it could be The Whales, because we seem to be revaluing Star Trek films, should have, and I quote, less shit exploding.
Iran.
Right.
no, to be fair, I like that idea. Maybe a few less lens flares here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think Chris Pine made a marvelous Kirk. Sadly, the last film didn't measure up to the first two that he did, but he's never failed to play the character well. And I quite like the way that they went a bit darker with the burdens of being a captain in Star Trek Beyond. It's just a shame it's to a backdrop of such a bad film. But he's a great Kirk.
Right, next slide, please.
Oh, is it finally coming out?
It is. Right, so let me get this right. It is all in the filming is done. They're in post-production work at the moment. They're going to release the film to selected backers in November, who will be invited to 4 screenings across the world, one of them being London. But then they will just see the rough cut, and then the real release will come on DVD/Blu-ray/streaming some point next year, and we'll have an extra 2 hours of footage on it. So yeah, they're going to show like the really rough cut to the backers who backed it on Indiegogo, and then you'll be able to get the actual thing at some point next year.
I'm very much looking forward to that one myself.
Yeah,
I did wonder, chaps, and I'd love to get your thoughts, if possibly the reason it's been so delayed is because Voyager's journey's continued in Prodigy. Do you think that's going to be incorporated into it?
Oh, that's a good point, actually. I've not thought of that.
I also wondered if it was because of the amount of HD and 4K upscaling they were having to do with some of the scenes that they wanted to do,
Oh, possibly, yeah.
being quite render heavy.
Do you think it would include some of the Prodigy stuff, though?
Well, it's hard to say, because the story of Star Trek is forever evolving. For instance, it's not just Prodigy, is it? You've got to remember, like, for instance, Armin Shimmerman's character has shown up in Lower Decks.
Yeah.
You know, so where do you stop? Do you incorporate that? Do you incorporate the comic works? At some point, you've got to say, look, this is the bit we're doing.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah. What do you reckon, Mr. Dillon?
Well, I'm just terribly excited. I can't contain myself.
About the journey, though, James.
Well, whether it continues or not, the journey always continues, Richard. The human adventure is just beginning.
How excited are you for this documentary to land?
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yes.
11.
Oh, okay. Well, marvellous. Well, maybe
Yes,
we
I'm
should,
terribly
we should
excited.
order a pizza and watch it together.
Yes, I do love ordering pizza.
You're very good at it.
Yeah.
You don't order pineapple on your pizza, do you, James?
So I leave that outside the front door.
Interestingly, Amelia is only just sort of getting into
Pineapple
it.
on pizza?
Very beginnings of Voyager,
Mm.
and they're only on season 2. So yeah,
Ah.
very.
No.
The problem with the part of Voyager that you're watching at the moment is that it's shit.
Just wait till you get to the really Neelix heavy episodes. It's great.
Your Romulan ale, does it dye the skin by any chance?
It might do.
Yes, it does.
Slightly. Yes.
Romulan ale dyes skin.
Have you got blue all over your chops, or have you been having a tete-a-tete with an Andorian?
It's the Romulan ale.
Or was it?
Check out. See, is anyone dressed as an Andorian today? And is he smiling?
There have been a few Mandalorians around, actually. How is it that you two are drinking in almost perfect synchronicity every time? Have you got like a little buzzer connector or something? Have you got like a cup on a string going between your houses or something?
James and I can practically finish each other's
Sentences.
And my father was a
Bricklayer.
Do it again.
We're not actually missing not having you chat here, this thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're in the north. I mean,
I didn't get. You are missing or you aren't missing. I can.
We are missing you. It's been commented on by many people that you're not here.
Oh,
So-
well, those of you who are watching, if you want to give feedback to a destination about perhaps they could move to somewhere in the southern hemisphere for the next event, that'd be
not
great.
London, because that'd be a right pain to get the bridge to.
Yeah, Canterbury would be fine.
So, if you were here now, you would be missing Carl's cocktail masterclass in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see that live.
I've got to run to do Carolyn Seymour's talk.
Yes, you're talking with Carolyn Seymour.
And then you've got our good friend Liam has reorganised the cosplay, so that's going to be at the same time as both of these two.
Do you think I would win with the giant green space hand?
I think if you managed to get it here in time, it would be a minor miracle.
Can't I dial in?
I doubt it.
That's probably against one of the rules.
Please enter the cosplay masquerade as the whole.
Do you think we should set down mystery guest to Liam's cosplay? Masquerade.
Yes.
Look, giant green space udder.
I believe you've got a wish clip for us, James, as well, don't you?
Yes, play the Wish trailer.
Right.
Those of you who don't watch our show, what are you doing all the time? But we occasionally go on the internet and we find stuff to entertain you. So we normally introduce it with this clip.
Look, I always get this wrong when I've got to share a screen, so just bear with me, all right?
Do the
Hang on,
trailer first, Richard.
Oh, stop telling me what to do, all right? I'm trying to do it. Hang on.
No pressure. There's only 34,000 people here.
Yeah, so on our show, we love Riker. Look, here he is.
So, James, where did you send me this clip?
Oh, you don't have the clip handy? I sent it to you in a message.
Right, okay.
So this is a clip I found on the internet, a little bit about Riker. And when Richard's ready, he can roll VT.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I mean,
Hang on, I'll send it to you again.
no. I've got the clip.
Planning for an event like this happens. This is how they're planning for an event like this happens.
I'm not entirely certain it's.
It is there. I saw it earlier.
Oh, it's there. I'm just not sure.
It's a perfectly
okay.
acceptable clip. Roll
It's
VT.
okay to play. Are you sure?
Yes.
Right. Okay. What do we do?
Not the zippy one. Not the zippy one.
Share screen. Is that it?
Seamless.
Hang on. Right. Is this it?
Yeah, that's it.
Are you sure?
That's the clip. Yeah. There's no sound.
That might be a blessing.
Still can't hear it, Richard.
Should we guess what he's saying? Why does he have to sit like that on the chair? Why would you become a spider?
Well, this is
Give me a massage. I only paid for half a haircut. What were we saying?
No, I haven't got a clue.
it's not going to work without the sound.
His beard is more manly than Amelia's.
I thought my bit was quite manly, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
I got bored of that quite quick, I've got to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's not the greatest success we've ever had. Can we play the zippy clip? No.
We might upset and offend people.
Are we? Do you want to play the zippy one?
Well,
Please be aware that the following program contains scenes which may not be suitable for younger children. Some parental discretion is advised.
Oh, we're never going to get invited back now.
Are there any children in the audience?
yes.
Oh, are there?
Yes.
Oh, in which case I won't play
You were
it.
not playing that clip.
I won't play it.
We are pre-watershed stagings. That was a really evil laugh, Richard.
We also need to start thinking about wrapping up at some
We do. We're on a slightly sort of tighter time scale today than we would usually be.
Especially as this hall is about 1,000 miles from the hall.
Well,
You actually have to go.
straight off.
There is a cinema, a bar, a restaurant, a leisure facility, and then the other hall.
Oh, I know the bar that Carl's been going to.
No.
Straight after the show, James and I have to hop on a train, and we're going to Rochester.
Rochester. We're going to go and eat some steak with our friend.
Yes,
Ooh, very nice.
we're going to eat. What did I have last time I had there? I had steak with lobster. Was that?
Is it friend of the show not here today?
It is friend of the show and face of Destination usually, but was supposed to be in San Diego Comic Con, but is going to Rochester with us instead.
He sacked it off to come and have dinner with us. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Cool.
So, how much longer have we got, chaps?
Minutes?
Yes.
Yeah, literally like a minute or two. Yeah.
Could you do us a favour? Just turn the laptop round so we can see everyone and just give them a wave and say we missed them.
Unfortunately not, because the cabling doesn't. The cable is very sensitive, and as soon as we move it, we lose it.
In which
Those
case,
of you who are there, don't forget to approach Carl for one of these beautiful Riker's Beard com badges.
Yeah.
Magnetic, and will fund our next bridge build.
yeah, and if you do see Carl asleep anywhere, he's very fond of a random tea bag. But everybody, please, we're really sad that we're missing you all. I really hope you're having a fantastic time. Gutted we couldn't see you all. Hopefully we'll see you all next year. That'd be marvellous.
Well, some of you. Well, maybe. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for taking the time out of your afternoon, gents, to join us.
Yes, thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks.
welcome.
Yeah, then.
Take care, guys. Look after yourself.
Cool, Pip.
When the day is done on a Texas Sunday morning, how I long to be there with Marie who's waiting for me there. Every lonely city where I hang my hat ain't as half as pretty as where my baby's at. Is this the way to Amarillo? Every night I'll be hugging my pillow, dreaming dreams of Amarillo and sweet Marie waits for me. Show me the way to Amarillo. I've been weeping like a willow, crying.